Hey, and welcome to Horsehead Bookends. I'm Rob, and tonight we're going to talk about probably one of my favorite wrestling games ever that they just put out a new one for on PS4 and Steam. Fire Pro Wrestling, put out by Spike Chunsoft. Now, this game has been around. Most of you might not have heard of it, but the game's been around for quite some time. I believe the first one came out in 1989 on the PC Engine. And they're mostly Japanese, so it was PC Engine. I think it went Super Famicom. There was one on the... I know I'm missing some, but 6-man Scramble for the Saturn. Then Fire Pro D for the Dreamcast, Fire Pro G for PlayStation. And then it wasn't again until... I want to say 2000 when Fire Pro was finally given an English translation for the first time for the Game Boy Advance. And it was Fire Pro and Fire Pro 2 that came out not too long apart, maybe a year. After that, finally for the PlayStation 2, it was Fire Pro Wrestling Returns, and then sometime in July, I think it was released on Steam, and then the PS4 one came out, I want to say, the end of August, perhaps. So anyway, what makes this game so great is it has such a huge creator-wrestler mode. You really only start with the roster for New Japan Pro Wrestling and SWA, I think. But you can make your own wrestlers, sub-factions, rings. I've seen Spider-Man creator wrestlers. You can make all of the WWE, all of the classic WCW, Impact, Ring of Honor, ECW. I know I'm missing a ton of smaller federations, but it's so robust. You can make... Anyway, you can even make yourself. You can make fictional characters. I saw a Mickey Mouse that wasn't that great, but I'm sure if the moves and the logic was in there right, it would probably be just as good as anyone else. So why don't we take a look at it real quick, and I'll tell you some final thoughts when we get back. Okay, so I'm testing out this new mic, so if it's too loud or too soft, I'll let you know. So we just saw the opening scene. Alright, so basically here's your opening menu, online, offline, edit mode. Fighting mode is your career mode, but edit mode is where it shines. Like, there's so much you can do in the edit mode. So we're just going to take a quick look at the wrestler edit. Alright, so I'm just going to start a new one from scratch, and I'm not going to be able to go through all of it because there's just so much there. But we're going to start with the appearance. You can literally spend hours just creating a character. So right now, we're just going to pick face. There's something like 700 faces, and someone actually wrote down... There's a visual guide to like who every face is in professional wrestling. It's awesome. If I can find the link, I'll post it below. Okay, so let's go back and let's take a look at. Let me try to set up an exhibition match, just so you can see how some of the gameplay is. An exhibition, you have and you have all different types of matches: cage, barbed wire. The landmine death match is a lot of fun. Right now, I'm just gonna pick 2 random characters and just let them fight it out so you can see how the gameplay is. Okay, so I actually I cut some stuff out because it was just going on for way too long. So here we go, here's the entrance. You can edit each individual ring entrance by your characters, which is which is pretty cool. I haven't played around with this part of the game yet, and you can see a custom mat that I downloaded. But I'm gonna speed this up, and we'll get right to the match. Okay, finally at the start of the match. Here you can see basically the computer is playing both of these characters. So what I mentioned before as far as timing goes, as soon as you see your two guys lock up, that's when you want to hit your button. There's also a laudable stomp, and you can see it when their foot hits the mat. That's when you enter your command. Once you get that timing down, it makes the game so much easier. So there is a training mode which you can help you. It helps you get better with the timing, and you'll see your guy flash red for a second, and that's when you hit. That's when you hit your command button. And like I said, there's small, well, not small, weak, medium, and strong. You start with your weak moves, you build up to your medium, and then you build up to your strong, which your strongs usually have your finishers and things like that. Oops. There you got to see some of how the game works and everything. A little bit of the Creator Wrestler mode, a match that I'd let the computer play against each other. And what I like about this game so much, it's not your standard like just button masher or putting like a move like forward down forward and hit the X button. You actually, everything is based on timing. You only have 3 buttons. You have a weak, a medium, and a strong attack. And as soon as the wrestlers tie up, that's when you have to hit your button. And if you haven't weakened your opponent down, you're not going to be able to do those stronger moves. So it makes the game a lot of fun. I've yet to try the online version. I haven't done any online matches yet. Hope to soon. I did a little bit. I'm only about 4% into the story mode. So hopefully I'm going to keep playing through that as long as I have time. But definitely if you're a fan of wrestling, check it out. It is a different game. I would definitely try to, if you have some sort of game rental service like a Gameplay, see if they have it, give it a rental, check it out. Otherwise, maybe, I know PS4 has Game Share. If your friend has it, ask if they can share it or at least play it or take a look at it. It's, like I said, it's not your typical wrestling or fighting game, so it might not be for everyone. It does have a bit of a learning curve as far as getting the timing right to perform moves, but once you have it, you'll be able to successfully do it over and over and over again. So definitely, if you're a fan of wrestling, check it out. If you're not a fan of wrestling, I'm sorry to waste your time. I'm sure the next video I post might have something in it for you. All right, bye.